Welcome back to Let's Get Lost in Classic Movies. I'm Jana.
I'm Debbie.
We are diving into a film noir film called Out of the Past. It was released in 1947. It was directed by Jacques Tourneur.
A nice French name, but we're not very good at the French sound.
Correct. I looked it up, but I probably did not say that right. And it stars Robert Mitchum and Kirk Douglas and Jane Greer.
The movie is about a gambler, Kirk Douglas, and a no-good girlfriend of his, Jane Greer, who crosses a private eye, who happens to be Robert Mitchum. So the film is based on, Kirk Douglas gets shot by the no-good girlfriend, and she steals $40,000, and Kirk Douglas hires Robert Mitchum to find her and bring her back. So that's basically what this movie's about. And just the plot of it and the twists and turns of it, of course. Jane Greer, like I said, is no good. So keep that in mind when you're watching the movie.
So if you want to pause the podcast now and go give a look and a watch, and then meet us back for our discussion.
See you back here.
She can't be all bad. No one is.
No, she comes the closest.
Are you going to see her again?
Tonight for the last time.
So, Mom, this movie, I'm glad I watched it with you because I had a few questions through it.
I know, yeah. Go ahead with the questions.
Well, my first question is, when did you get lost in the movie?
When did I get lost in the movie? It's a kind of a little strange movie. Probably I liked it from the beginning when he was with Rhonda Fleming on the bank there when they're fishing. And, he wants to forget that part of his life. So that's when one of the guys that works for Kirk Douglas shows up, and this is something out of his past, and he's got to deal with it to end it. And so that intrigued me, and it also brings you into it because then you start seeing what this stuff is, and he explains it to her, what went on and what happened, and it was just a really great part right there.
Yeah, well, I did like that part because I think that there are a lot of one-liners that they do really well.
Yeah.
That are really hilarious. I mean, when she says, "You've never been married before?" And he says, "Not that I can remember."
Yeah. Right.
I think that's hilarious.
The thing about Robert Mitchum, he doesn't act. He's not an actor. He plays himself the way he is in true life. He's not an actor. He just plays it that's how he is. Just the way he is in this movie. And that's how he is in all his movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he's like that, then, because the only other movie that I've seen with him that I love that's so dear to my heart is one of my favorite Christmas movies, The Holiday Affair, or A Holiday Affair.
It's a holiday affair, yeah. With Janet Leigh.
And he's similar in that movie too. I think what's so interesting about Robert Mitchum is he's in this movie is that he's so sexy with both women. I mean, you can believe the romance between both of the women.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even though the women are very different and the romance is very different. And
Right.
and he is even different with both of them.
Right. But you have to remember, he knew Janet Greer before he met
Jane Greer.
Jane Greer before he met Rhonda Fleming, who is Anne in the movie.
You mean in real life he knew her?
No, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
in the movie, he knew Jane Greer before he knew Rhonda Fleming.
Yeah, and
So it would be different. And, like I said, he wanted to forget that part of his past. That's why he never told her about it, because he thought he wouldn't have to. And then, of course, one thing leads to another. And guess what?
I think there's a lot of themes in this movie that I would like us to touch on. And one of them is that it's very seldom that things from your past don't come up at some point that you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely say. The good old karma always comes around.
Yes. I feel like I got lost in this movie.
Yeah.
I was going to say the banks, but really I got lost in the movie when Jane Greer walked into the bar in Mexico. I mean, she's sexy.
She is a beautiful woman.
And I thought that it was very interesting with this movie because halfway through, I was like, okay, Mom, we need to talk about some of this stuff, because I felt like they basically had almost three different, I wouldn't say movies, but three different storylines. So the first one is about them in Mexico. And there's, a build up to what happens, and then it falls down, right? And then the second movie is them in San Francisco. And then the third movie is, what's happening after that, right? I think that there's these big arc stories. There's three different storylines.
Right, because, as life goes on, things change. So Kirk Douglas has another issue come up in his life where he needs Robert Mitchum to help him out.
Yeah.
And that's with the income tax returns.
Right.
So.
Right. So, and that is another theme in the movie. Whereas
that has to do with San Francisco.
If you get mixed up with somebody, it can be sometimes hard to walk away from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was interesting that they cast a deaf boy.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen in a movie a casting of a deaf person when it wasn't part of the storyline.
Deaf and mute. But I don't really think he is in real life.
I know, but for them to represent a deaf boy or deaf person, and what I'm saying is the story could have done without somebody who was deaf. It didn't add to the story that he was deaf, which I thought was really neat about representation.
Yeah. But it was kind of different to have him in there.
Yeah, it was different, and it was a layer.
Yeah.
I do want to ask, what does film noir mean? What is a film noir?
We have talked about this before. It's usually lower-end films, like B films. There's always murder or stealing or robbery there's always, and it's always in back alleys, cars, an apartment building, on a house, whatever. But it's, like Eddie Muller always says, see you in the shadows. Because it's always, in the dark, in low end. And so.
Yeah, well, the reason why I ask that is because for it to be low budget filmed, they had a lot of locations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Acapulco and San Francisco.
I know. And that was actually San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Mexico.
Oh, and when he goes to Mexico to find her. Yeah. And now, he goes to her girlfriend. And, of course, she tells him that she went to Florida Well, he knew that was a lie
Okay, so the black woman was one of her friends.
that you worked with, right?
Oh, they worked together.
And
Okay, I was going to ask about this.
yeah, they worked together. And she said, oh, she wanted sunshine, so she went to Florida. I know she went to Florida. Well, he knew that she didn't go to Florida. He said she went to Mexico, and I'm going to Mexico, so that's where he went. And that's where he found her, in Mexico.
He was a good PI.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was really cool that he just kind of let her be curious and open up to him.
Well, at that time, when he first saw her,
He fell in love with her.
he didn't really care about Whit. He was not going to bring her back. And you get that feeling.
Yeah. Well, he
through
says
the whole
it.
thing.
Yeah. Right. And he
Through
says,
the whole time they're in, and then, he plans to leave
with her. Yeah.
Acapulco, and then Whit shows up with Joe.
Which was hilarious.
You know.
That whole scene.
And, and she's supposed to meet him at the hotel. And so that's why, he's a nervous wreck as they walk to the bar with Whit and Joe and him. And he's looking at the women. He thinks it's her coming in because she's supposed to meet him there. So he's a little nervous about that. And then he gets pissy with Whit and says, what? You want to go down to the ships and find out if she, which one she went on? Let's go. When she hasn't got on any yet. Anyway.
And why did he get new shoes?
Because he just liked them.
Okay. It's interesting in the movie where she's got such a sex appeal to her. And then as the movie goes on, you're really like, I'm done with this woman. I'm really done with this woman. The sex appeal is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really shocked. I was like, she shot his partner to keep Whit from figuring out about her. And then she ends up with Whit.
She goes back to Whit.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it really does follow the theme of her where she doesn't trust anyone. You can't trust her. And she's going to follow the same patterns, the pattern of least resistance, ultimately.
Right.
Well, the pattern to money.
Right.
And she kills him too.
Yep. She kills everybody.
She does kill everybody. She does kill everybody.
There are some really good scenes in here, though. It's the one about the secretary with Mr. Eel's secretary, the guy that did the income tax return, and was using it as a blackmail to Whit, Kirk Douglas, to give him more money. So, they wanted to frame Robert Mitchum. And the reason he wanted to do that is because he failed bringing Kathy back to him. So this is why he, Whit doesn't let anything go.
Right.
He always remembers, and he will get back at it. So Kirk Douglas is great. He plays a good bad guy.
He does.
And,
He's got an attractive factor to him, too.
Oh, yeah. Of course, his son is cute, too.
Wait, that's his son, Joe?
No, Mike Douglas. Michael Douglas?
Not in the movie.
No.
Real life. Yeah.
Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas, yeah. His son's very cute. Anyway, not to bring him up, because Michael probably wasn't even born then. I'm sure he wasn't, not in 1947. So, that scene with her and what he did, he actually was telling Eels what was going on in little words, little phrases here and there. The movie is like I said, Robert Mitchum plays himself. He's not pretentious. He's not fancy. He just says it the way it is. This is it. You know, keep the martinis coming because I'll be back.
Do you think he smoked all those cigarettes?
Robert Mitchum?
Or do you think they were fake? You know, because you know, in the movies, they'll use fake cigarettes.
No, those were real.
You think they're real?
Yeah.
I did just look up, and Mike Douglas was born in 1944.
Oh,
So he was 3.
3 years old. Okay.
But young,
Yeah.
and he is attractive.
Yeah, very. Anyway, so that part, you know, it was cute the way, you know, it was done. But Robert Mitchum knew that he was going to be framed.
How do you think he knew? He just knew.
He knew.
Yeah.
He knows Whit. He knew that this was coming. He knew that it was going to happen. How or when? He probably didn't know, but he knew it was going to happen. And he, you know, didn't want to be in the frame. He
Well,
wanted to get out of it.
and he tried to save.
Eels, but he
Didn't.
was a little late.
He was a little late. So she went and got the tax returns, the secretary.
Right,
And then she gave it to some guy in the desk.
right.
Who was that?
Just someone that Whit knew.
That Whit was working with.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he goes and he gets the briefcase and then he mails it off.
To himself.
All because he wanted to cheat his taxes.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about Rhonda Fleming.
Oh, she's not in the movie a lot. She, you know, is just a sweet little girl, you know, that
Yeah.
lives with her parents. Mm-hmm. They think that Robert Mitchum is no good and that she can do better, you know, but she loves him.
Reminded me a little bit of The Notebook with Rachel McAdams' family not wanting her to be with
Right.
Ryan Gosling. But, you know, and so she was supposed to marry the other guy, right?
Well, the guy was in love with her.
Right.
And, you know, she did not feel that way. And he knew she did not feel that way towards him.
Isn't that so odd?
No. There are a lot of men that are in love with a woman and they don't.
But it's almost like he felt entitled to her.
He just wanted to protect her.
Okay.
He was being you know, he didn't want to see her hurt.
That's fair.
And, you know, he figured Robert Mitchum was going to hurt her. But, you know, the thing is, I knew you wouldn't catch this. But at the end of the movie.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, well, remind me to.
Do you want to go into the end of the movie?
Well, first of all, you know, he comes back. Now, Joe's dead. Because he, you know, Kathy sent him to kill Robert Mitchum. And, you know,
Why?
why not?
Okay. Sure.
I mean, Jane Greer, why not? Might as well
Sure.
kill him.
Sure. Add him to the list. I got it.
So, so Joe's dead, and so he comes back, and he's going to talk to Whit about, you know, what he wants and what it's going to happen, and of course, Whit doesn't know that Joe's dead, and Whit doesn't know that Kathy sent Joe, and Whit doesn't know that she's the one that killed Fisher, the partner. He thinks, you know, Robert Mitchum did, and he didn't do it. All he did was bury him. So, you know, Kathy is a little devil. So anyway, so Whit gets pretty nasty about that, right? Slaps her a few times there and says, "Tell me how you handled things in San Francisco for me, Kathy. Go ahead, tell me." Which, you know, she's playing two sides. So, of course, somewhere it's going to bite you in the ass somewhere along the line when you do that. So, but she ends up killing Whit then because Whit wants her to be the fall person and take the blame for this. And so she ends up killing Whit. When Robert Mitchum sees Kirk Douglas laying on the floor dead, did you see his face? It just kind of went like he couldn't believe it that he was dead. And then they had the conversation. She's running this show now, and he can only make deals with her. Blah blah blah. So, and he says, "Well, did you get the airplane?" Yes. And he goes, "Well, you might as well pack some stuff for me." "Oh, I already have." She goes up the stairs. He lights a cigarette and goes over to the telephone
And calls the police.
and dials 0. That's all he does is dial 0. Yeah, he calls the police.
Yeah.
He set that whole thing up.
No, I knew that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was expecting the police to come to the house.
No.
I was expecting I knew he called the cops. I didn't well, I can't say I didn't expect for him to die because, like I've mentioned before, in old movies, anybody's fair game.
Right. Right. But here you are. All 3 of the main actors in the film, Kirk Douglas, Robert Mitchum, and Jane Greer, they all die at the end of the movie. All 3 of them are dead. It just kind of blows me away a little bit.
It was shocking.
Then usually one of them, Robert Mitchum, he was trying to be the good guy, but things backfire.
And let's talk about it. Let's talk about Rhonda Fleming. She goes and she asks,
The death boy. Yeah.
was he planning to go away with her?
Right.
And of course he wasn't.
He wasn't, but he told her yes. Because Robert Mitchum was dead. And he wasn't coming back. And he didn't want her to be lingering on. So she goes to the other guy.
Oh, you think he knew?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was more like women can really tell ourselves things in our brain. Stories.
Now, he asked her, and she said, and he went,
No, I know, but
yes.
the plan was for him. I mean, like, he wasn't actually going to do it, but the plan was for him to go away with her.
Not really.
I know,
think
not
that's
really.
why when he
But-
was hoping that the cops would have killed her and he wouldn't have walked away. But it didn't happen that way. So she ended up killing him, and then the police killed her.
Yeah, but I would have thought that the deaf boy wouldn't have known that he wouldn't have gone away with her. But he knew.
He knew.
Okay, wow.
And that's why he goes, to the sign, Jeff Bailey. He kind of like, see you later.
I know, and you got emotional. You're getting emotional now.
So, yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed the movie because it is a good movie.
It is a good movie. There's a lot of layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of relationships that you have to keep up with.
But you enjoy it. You'll enjoy it because it's, and the one-liners are great in it.
Yeah.
Especially Robert Mitchum. He's so good. He's just like boom, boom, boom,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does a really good job.
When the guy slaps him and he puts his hand up and he says, either fold your hands or I'll fold them for you. I mean, he's really, it is a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
I hope you all get to see it because it is.
Well, they hopefully already watched it.
I hope you have.
My question is, who tries to set up a PI? That's probably not a good idea. Like, you're trying to trap a PI.
Yeah, but when? In the beginning? When?
No, Whit. I'm like, it's not a very good idea that you're going to try to make a PI a fall guy.
Yeah.
Their whole job is to figure things out.
Yeah, but remember, he had given that up. And he was just a gas station. Had a gas station.
Once a PI, always a PI.
But right. That's what I said. He knew he was being framed.
Yeah.
He knew it right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to be stuck in that. He didn't want the frame on him.
Yeah. And he wanted to just live a very simple life.
Right.
What city was that in? Was it in LA? No, it was in Tahoe, right? Where was the gas station? Where was...
Oh, Bridgestone. I don't know where that is. I don't know. Somewhere near there.
in the country?
Somewhere in Nevada, I guess. I don't know.
Or Cali, maybe? What is it? What was it called?
Was it Bridgestone? Bridgeton? No, Bridgestone.
Just says a small town.
Anyway, yeah. I'm probably... Because if they were driving to Lake Tahoe, it can't be that far. I mean...
Yeah.
Although he got there the next morning, so... But it was late at night when they left, so... It's probably someplace at least 6 hours away or something for them to drive
Yeah.
to Lake Tahoe, to the house.
Which was
at.
gorgeous.
Of course.
It's beautiful. So that's how he made his money, was gambling?
Oh, what's your martini shot?
What's your martini shot?
You say it first.
I need to think. There were so many good scenes. What was yours?
It's hard to pick one. It's really hard to pick one scene.
I think my martini shot is, I really want it to be, I mean, it's just not the best scene, but I really want it to be the one at the apartment with the secretary and the guy that dies and him.
Yes, yeah. And that one? Them drinking the martini?
Don't judge me.
No, I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, that's good. To tell you the truth, I really don't have a martini shot in this movie.
You have to.
I liked all of it.
You have to pick one scene.
It'd have to be them driving away from Lake Tahoe, and they're in the car, and she sees the police hiding in the woods, and that would be mine. And he goes to grab her hand with the gun in it, and he doesn't get it in time, and she shoots her
And he falls out of the car.
when they open the door.
Mm-hmm. That's terrible. Well, I do hope you enjoyed it.
All right.
I did enjoy this movie, Mom. This was a very good movie. It took a lot of concentration.
It does. Sometimes, like I said, if you don't watch everything, you're going to miss it. And there, it's one split second, and it's gone. Now you can watch the movie again,
Yes.
and you'll pick it up.
Yeah.
But
This would take 2 or 3 times for me.
yeah.
Would have taken a lot longer if I hadn't had you to ask questions too, for sure.
Well, I'm glad you all enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your feedback on it.
Yes, please add comments. Please like and subscribe wherever you're listening.
Right. And Spotify, you can add a comment.
Yes.
So add a comment for us. Love to hear from you.
Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcast.
So, yeah, we'd love to hear from you. And we hope you keep joining us.
On our next
'Cause we're having a great time.
We are having a great time. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the movies.
See you in the movies. Bye.